All right, I'm gonna split this up into two videos. I probably made about, I don't know, a bunch of check-ins by now that I've never posted. I need to post one of these, so I might just post this raw. I was gonna edit the others, but it's okay. As a quick update, I started meds, which have been going fine so far. I'm in school now. I quit my job. I'm going part-time at my job. Um, yeah, that's about it. I stopped using social media a bunch. Really, I got rid of Instagram. That was the only one that I really had. YouTube, I'm still doing. And I started learning Japanese. The scheduling has been pretty tough of trying to get all these things done while also working a whole bunch. I've been working 7 days a week. But I feel motivated is not really the word. I have the drive again. I have this thing where I don't know if I said this in the last video, where I need things to be really difficult, very challenging for my life to move forward. Because when I was 18 and I had like all my depression, all that stuff, and when I got to college, I kind of felt like I don't know what to do, and I didn't know what life was supposed to be like, and I hated everything about me. I hated the way I always went about things, and I always had this thing, especially in high school, where I had all these big aspirations and I would quit on them all the time. I always wanted to be a YouTuber and a streamer, and I would start and stop and start and stop, and I'd be all in and then all out, all in and then all out, and that it just never really worked. That keeping that motivation for it never really worked until I got to college, and I refound that, where I had this self-hate. I always self-hate, where I had this self-hate to where I was like, I'm going to school and I'm working and I need to pay school by myself. Yo, I can't do this. You're just like, you're not good enough for this. And then something clicked in my brain, especially with me deciding to go forward with life now. Something clicked in my brain. I was like, I'm telling myself I can't. Let's just prove myself wrong. I was like, I'm doing the hardest things possible. No one else is doing this around me, and I know I can do it. So I'm going to do it. It was a little bit egotistical, but I needed some of that because I'm like most people, I'm my biggest critic to too much of an account to where, I wanted to kill myself constantly, but that's not besides the point. So I was at that time that I had 3 jobs and I was still doing photography and stuff on the side, and I was a full-time student. Back then I lived with my parents, so I didn't have rent. I didn't really have bills besides paying off school, so I was working a lot, but I wasn't working a lot at the same time. It was probably 5 days a week still, but it was still a lot because I was a full-time student. Like, that was a lot of work, and I cared about doing well, because I wanted to show that I could do it. Fast forward 2 years, I graduated with an associate's. That worked out. I had a 3.95 or something, 3.91 GPA in college. Got the degree, was able to get through, pay it all off myself, and I got a full-time job after that, at the company I was working for at the time. And working was great. Working was a fun time. It was about almost 2 years. Looked at my watch. I don't freaking have a watch. It's about 2 years of working almost before I decided to go part-time again, because I started to lose that drive. Work at the time, it was giving me that, this is difficult, this is something new, I know I can do it, no one else can do it like me, on some egotistical shit. But like on a personal level, not that I really care, because I think my coworkers are better than me, but no one can do it like me, you know what I'm saying? And I started to lose it, for many reasons pertaining to my job, but that's neither here nor there. But here we are now. I'm going back to school. I decided I want to be an engineer, electrical engineer, because I was like, this is going to be difficult and that's going to be fun. And I think with my job, I've learned that I like putting wires together, and I feel like everything in my brain is a big world wide web, and one day I'll explain the web to the internet, what the web is in my brain, how everything feels like it's a web piecing together, and I return back to the web like a spider, and the spider traverses the web. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. That's not really important right now. What I'm saying though is that I'm back to things being difficult. So I have school, I'm taking calculus, I'm working, I have rent to worry about, I have a car to worry about to pay off both of those, car insurance. So they're real life bills now. But I can do it. Like I said before, I'm gonna get through. I'm gonna be able to work. I'm working 7 days a week right now, every single day. I'm doing that. I'm taking Japanese classes, and here we are. And I think I'm gonna be successful. So that's for the update portion of this video. I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right.